Hey viewers, welcome back to Ray of All Trades. We are working on an Echo PB255-LN blower. The customer complaint is that it will not start. Let's go ahead and verify. Fuel looks pretty good. Let's see. I believe that should be choke. That's not choke. Let me verify that real quick. Let's see. Yep, that's not choke, and that is choke. And I don't have an air filter. We're not off to a good start, y'all. All right. Let's see. Stop is backwards, so forward. There's wide open throttle, there's no throttle, there's a little bit of throttle. So we got choke, we've primed it. I think I agree with him. It's not even trying. It's pretty cool. From the factory, they recommend NGK plugs. It's not what's in it, but that's what they recommend. Let's see what we're looking at here. That plug is wet. All right, I don't like that. Let's see if we're getting fire. Okay, you got a good ground. I don't see fire. Oh, there we go. I just got a little bit of glimpse of a spark. Okay, let's find out if it's the plug. Because the plug can do it too, right? All right. Let's see, what do we have now? Yep. No spark. Okay. I'm gonna start breaking it down. Not sure if the lock needs to come off. Yeah, it looks like we have to take the lock off. If this was a chainsaw, this side would come off counterclockwise, the other side would come off clockwise. So we're going to try counterclockwise first. Yep, okay. Counterclockwise. Looks like 4 bolts holds the plastic shroud on. Can you take the fuel tank loose? Looks like I do. I'm positive I don't have to take this much stuff off. There's no way Echo would have designed something like this. Let's see. Well, maybe so. Because there's my coil. Alright, let's first check the switch and see if it's the problem. Okay, let's go to ground and go to the negative, or the kill. So kill wire is open right now. So kill wire is working like it's supposed to. So it wasn't that. How about coil gap? No, that coil gap's pretty doggone close. Be 10 thousandths. Yep, that's perfect. Yep. All right, we've got a bad coil. All right, let me do some digging. I'll be back with you guys. We know we got a bad coil. I'm calling it a coil. It's actually a magneto. It generates its power from the magnets of the flywheel. It's not really called a coil. Everybody calls them a coil. It's a magneto. Anyhow, let me go see if I can find one, because we definitely don't have spark being generated. All right, I'll be back. Y'all, it has been a minute since I last worked on this thing, so it's going to take me probably a couple tries to get it back together. All right, we got a new coil in. Went with an aftermarket one. Looks pretty close. Alright, let's throw a business card in there. Let the magnet pull it back in. And put it right back where I found it. There we go, something like that. Since we have to get this far in, we're going to go ahead and pull that carburetor off. I've got an aftermarket kit to put on this thing. And depending on what that carburetor looks like, we may just go ahead and do that. Okay. So somebody's adjusted the idle almost, I mean, well, not wide open, but I mean, it's probably quarter throttle right now. So I'm guessing that there was an issue with this carburetor. So I ordered an entire kit for this thing. Tell you what, I think we're just going to go ahead and swap it out. I have it. Come on out of there. Oh, come on out of there. You can do it. Get my fingers to work. There we go. So this brass part that I'm putting it into right now has a recess on one side that this ball is going to fit into, and you have to make sure it's oriented that direction. Because honestly, it won't even close if you don't. So because it won't let it get past this part. It wouldn't even close if you didn't have that. This one has two. Looks like the filter was on that side, so that's this one here. If you have these, if you buy these kits and it comes with all these extra grommets, save them, because you never know when you're going to need those things. Filter side goes on that side. Yeah, we got enough room that we can cut it. I need to cut this at an angle just to be able to get it in there. Yeah, black line's the fuel line. The fuel filter line. The Tygon line is the return line. Put that in like that. And this one's going to be a tight fit, I can already tell. Man, that's snug. Alright. Yep, so 100% on most machines, I would have just changed just the coil. Well, we know we had a bad spark, so I would have changed the coil, put it back together, see how it ran, then looked into the carburetor, things like that. This one here, to be able to get to everything, it's a lot easier when it's all disassembled. So that's why I'm just jumping the gun and changing out this carburetor, knowing full well that it might just be cleanable and rebuildable. There we go. Hit out some WD-40. Anyway, they really make these things a tight fit. For the record, it's always easier to put the lines in after the fact, but I just didn't want to, as tight as those things were, I didn't want to fight with them. I should say again, it's easier to put the grommet in if the lines aren't in. Then you have to fight to get the lines in after the grommet's in. I guess I should just be more specific, huh? Okay. Whew. Man. A little bit of a workout. That gasket's in really good shape, so I don't want to replace this big gasket with that small one if I don't have to. Let's see if I can piece this back in here. Let's see, something like that. Before we get too far, let's just temporarily get these put back in just to hold it. See, this was on top of there. This little hook thing right here, that was catching this throttle cable and pulling up somehow. Let me get this handle on here and see if I can figure it out. So these look like they went in like that. And that throttle looks like it goes through here. Like that. Yeah, it's making the throttle cable move. You can see it right there. Strange design, but that's what it is. Let's fish those wires back up in. Let's see, I don't think I can get that on until that's on. But there is one screw here that I can put in to hold everything in place. All right, that'll hold all that in place while we get the shroud, the fan put back on. So it looks like there's holes that line up with those. And there's a bunch of screws that go in here. This thing's got a lot of screws in it. Okay. I think that's it for the outside, right? Oh, no, one right there. Okay. And it looks like I forgot a screw right there. Put a spark tester in there and see if we have spark now. Okay. Oh yeah, we got a great spark now. Go ahead and give this thing some new gas. Or give it some gas, anyway. Alright, let's see. Throw that on. Got one screw that I don't know where it goes. Oh, probably right there. Alright, what do y'all think? Should we give it a try? Primer works. It should be choke, right? In the run position. There's my throttle control. Give it just a little bit of throttle. Let's see what it does. I think that'll do it. Echo PB255-LN. Saved it from the grave. I don't know if that other carburetor is bad. I really don't. It had a funny smell to it, and but when it was apart, it was just easier just to knock it all out. So looks like actually I can get to it from the outside a little bit easier. I thought it was kind of buried more than that, but I don't know. I'll take apart that other carburetor and see if it's rebuildable, whatever. Hope y'all got something out of the video. Really appreciate you hanging out. I'll catch you on the next one.